So you're a projector in human design. You have discovered that the strategy for the human design projector is to wait for the invitation. And you're like, yeah, but I run a business and I need to be able to sell things. When do I have to wait for an invitation? And are there situations in which I don't have to wait? That's what this video is going to be about. So it's useful for you if you're a projector who's brand new, or even in the first few years and you're still struggling to work out the nuances of when to wait, when you don't have to wait. Do you have to wait for everything? Do you just plow ahead and ignore it and just do what you want to do already? And so I'm going to look at that. It's going to be helpful if you're one of those people, but also if you are another human design type and you are somehow serving or supporting projectors and you're like, I need to understand this strategy better. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Carolyn Southwell. I am a projector. I've been working with human design for 9 years as I record this video, and I've played a lot with the invitation and in what contexts do you need it, in what situations do you need it, and when do you not. So this video came up because somebody had commented on one of my other YouTube videos about projectors, and in that video I had recommended, encouraged people to consider purchasing the Projector Beginner's Course. Now, I'll link to that below this video as well. If you're really new, that is a great resource for you. And the question that was asked was, were you invited to sell that course on this video? Now, that's a great question. And the short answer is no. Here's why. On our own platforms, so if you are creating content on YouTube, if you are creating content on Instagram or Facebook or any Discord server, Patreon, anywhere where you feel it is correct for you to be on that platform, maybe you were invited, maybe it was just really clear that that was the right space for you, it felt really good, you spend all this time on that platform anyway, and you're like, okay, here's the space that I'm going to carve out for myself so I can express my projector wisdom, and the people who want to learn from me are going to opt in. They're going to come to me. So as a projector, there's always a posse of people who are going to recognize and value your wisdom. They're going to choose to come to your platform. The people who value me choose to come and watch these videos here on YouTube, right? So if you are carving out your own space that feels really good and authentic for you to express yourself, even if you don't sell anything, because we can't do it with an agenda, I'm doing this in order to sell that, doesn't work. But if you have a space where you're like, here's where I'm going to share what is in me to say, and you recognize that something that you have created is of value to the people who already value and appreciate and recognize you, if we use that human design terms, then on your own platform, you can sell your stuff. Now, please recommend and sell things that are going to be genuinely useful for the person who is spending their time listening to you or reading or watching your content, whatever it might be. That's just good business. And it's more likely to lead to greater conversions of people buying from you. But there's going to be people who consume, for example, my videos on YouTube and don't recognize me, don't value me, have already clicked off this video, right? So there's a great opportunity in spaces like this for people to opt in or opt out. And I know the people who adore my work because they go through and binge watch huge amounts of my stuff and then email me and tell me how much of a difference they made. They're my people. The people who got 2 minutes into this video and clicked away, or get really disgruntled by something that I say, or put comments in the below the video and say, I don't agree with you for blah, blah, blah reason. I'm like, that's nice. They're not my people, right? So you don't, if I circle back, you don't, if you are a projector, in the spaces that you are creating content because you have something that is yours to say, you don't need an invitation every time you want to sell or provide an opportunity for somebody to buy something that is going to help them if they recognize you. If they recognize you, they're going to opt in anyway. Now, let's contrast that to being in a general, let's say a general group. So let's say, for argument's sake, I'm not, but let's say that I'm in a Facebook group that's all about human design, and you know, I see an opportunity that my courses for projectors would help this person who's asking this specific question. Now, if I just respond to their question, I'm being a generator. That's not correct. If I realize that somebody isn't even asking for help, but I can see really clearly what their problem is and that my course would support them, I'm initiating. I'm being like a manifester, right? So none of that is correct. It's really about, am I in a space that is an opportunity for other people to opt in for me, to choose my work? And can they as freely leave? Or am I more a visitor to somebody else's space, somebody else's online or offline space? Because in that case, I absolutely need to be invited. Somebody who has an appropriate level of power in that space needs to go, hey, Carolyn, what do you think about this? Or, hey, Carolyn, do you think one of your courses or one of your offerings would help this person, right? So I hope that that's really clear. If you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments. Please know I do have a course specifically about the projector invitation where I talk about this some more. So I'll also link that below this video. If you found this helpful, please tell me. Like, you can put a timestamp for where in this video is most helpful, or you can just tell me what has been your experience. Please have a play with this. Everything in human design is about your own experiment. So whether you're somebody who has, you know, a 3rd line or a 6th line profile, or lots of 3s or lots of 6s in your design, if you know what that means, you'll know what that means. All of us have to take this mental knowledge and we have to use it and apply it so that it can become embodied and come into our body. So if you don't agree with me, that's totally okay. Go and experiment and find out for yourself. It is the only way you're truly going to know.